All right, what else? What else we have going on?
As far as stocks, I think today, if we get some choppiness in the CPI reaction, then I may be looking at things like maximum pain values. It's a Friday. It's not a monthly expiration, but it is indicative that maybe a lot of stocks are just settling at different prices. We've seen a lack of volume the past 2 days, so if that continues, that's more prime scenario for those plays. Um, for example, if EVs did nothing today, I would expect Tesla to close near 1,000 because that's kind of where it is. It's drawn to it right now, and if there's no more volume to get things moving away from these zones, it could settle there pretty easily, which means it might be a bit of a challenging day if we don't have some more conviction with certain stocks.
Yeah,
Uh,
yep.
Now you looked at the earnings a few times. Oracle still looks good. I'm just looking at what happens at 100. So, it's definitely I think it's at the 2 times expected move at this point. It was about I want to say a $6 move, and we've doubled that from the close.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's at a breaking point, but it's all-time highs too. So I like that one.
Yeah, Oracle is good. It can be funky at times, right? They don't trade very well, but this pop today, man, 13%. Earning numbers came out good. They had everything. I think they beat on everything, and the forward outlook, which is usually the most important thing, looks good as well. So they are
Right.
definitely cranking today. Man, look at this run.
Um,
This run on Oracle. I haven't I looked at their entire chart. Let me look at Let me go. Let me do a jab and look at a weekly or monthly here. Uh, man, look at this. They just been on fire this whole week too, right? The weekly for this week. Well, that's all today, really. That move is all today to end the week. How quickly this gappers list fills up.
Saturday.
Already we're seeing a couple of
Yeah,
names
yeah.
here.
I think once that data comes out, we'll probably see a few things tagging these uh these filters. Mr. T, so you bought Oracle before the close then? Or I guess maybe you were buying a day or two ago because we had some 88 tests near the lows. It's a good area. If it wasn't in earnings, that would have been a decent long swing idea. But yeah, I mean, I guess you were willing to step in, and nice, awesome.
Apple's looking
Let's
good too.
see what else.
Apple
What
is
else is
nice.
good? So what's the deal with mRNA today? Is that more
Uh, I,
vaccine
what they had,
news?
yeah, I pulled it up on Benzinga earlier. Let me see. Um, let's open that up.
Just some phase 1 data for flu vaccine conference.
Yeah, I don't know why this would be dropping it, but again, we'll have to look at all the details of this catalyst. I mean, reading this thing sounds
Yeah.
positive. I don't know why. It's so funny. Read something positive, but we're dropping. What do you guys know that we
Yeah.
don't? What's going on here? Uh,
Yeah, the volatility of the stock is still really impressive, and you always have to be aware of news. because so it's driving these big ranges. I mean, I see some advantage of maybe thinking about buying near these lows, but it might not be today, just because we haven't gotten to the lower end of this area. We're kind of back inside. So I'd almost say the daily range that we're coming back into, look at where VPOC is over those 2 weeks of trading activity. And if we get there, see how the stock reacts, because that would be like a reversion back into a lower range, and you might get a long, but until then it may fade into it. Yeah, that'd be the lower side. You have the thing that basically set up the low of the range, and then the upper portion of the range is that doji candle. So I'd have to look at that a little bit more closely. Got any low floats that are looking interesting? EVCT maybe.
Yeah, I don't see any. You know what? You know what I haven't put up in a long time. Let me do that now since we're just hanging here. It's the remember the top list. I don't know if you remember the top list. We used to do that. Were you around for that? When you used to go to the top list one by one, Norm and I fishing for stocks to watch. We haven't done that in a long time. Where is this, by the way? This will be in trade quotes. Here it is, quotes, and then top list. Man, let me pop this out and put it on our list over here. There we go, pop out. There we go. So for those that are not that old as far as members or viewers on YouTube, me and Norm, we used to go to the top 10 for both active and NASDAQ gains, right? We used to go through every single one of these because this gappers list here was so light. We only had, instead of two columns like we do now, gap, we have the gap up here, the gap down. We had one column, and you'll be happy if you used to get 4 or 5 in here, right? So volume and volatility has definitely changed. I mean, if you look at the way things traded in the past, it's so much different. AMD is a great example. AMD was a horrible intraday trade stock. It just wouldn't move. If I remember Andrew saying, if you could get 10 cents on AMD, 15 cents on AMD, it was a good thing, and that has changed. I mean, aside from the price going nuts, that still has changed. I think if they would have been a $50 stock, they still would have been moving a lot more aggressive. Things have changed quite a bit. So yeah, we used to look through this, and here you'll find typically a lot of low flow stocks. Let's link this up to our montage and see what we find. I'm gonna put it over here. Let's go through this right over here. Here's AVCT. There we go. 15 million up 25%. Low flow stock, right? I assume. AVCT sitting at a 16 million. So yeah, they got some volume. Had a good day yesterday. Second days are not the best, but the second days where you're popping up like this in continuation, that could be exciting. That could be something. So I'm gonna we can add that to our list. I'm gonna have to move this over here somewhere. Let's do AVCT this morning. AVCT. Yeah, that looks good.
So I see that Norm is joining, so I will go ahead and let y'all get set up. But good luck, everybody. I'll be in the chat, and we'll find some gems out there.
Excellent, man. We'll talk to you soon. Good morning, Norm. How you doing, my friend? Wait, I cannot hear Norm. That's my bad on my end. I gotta move this over here. There we go. Let me just quickly make sure Norm is not on mute, and he is. Unmute that. There we go.
Hello.
Hey, loud and clear, man. How's it going?
All right, good. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, doing good. All right, guys. So we're just kind of hanging out there with Jared. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had an incredible day yesterday. So we were just talking about, Norm, how me and you used to go through this list quite a bit back in the days when our cappers list was not insane. And we used to kind of go through the top 10 on NASDAQ active, NASDAQ gains to find what was looking good. And usually It
There's
was
not a whole
nothing
lot good
great.
this morning, man. I got to tell you, I've looked through this. I am
Yeah,
thinking, well, here's the thing. We're about to get inflation data.
yeah,
That's
yep.
the big data of the day. It's going to drop in about 45 seconds.
Oh, let's look at that.
So once
Hmm.
we get that and that comes in, we will get things moving. Right now, it's a
Yeah,
little quiet. I will say one of the wonderful things about a community, we've got a member, Hamish, longtime member, and that list that you were showing, like I said, you've got it up now, but we've got CPI and core inflation 830, then University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index, 5-year expected inflation at 10. This CPI data is going to be the biggest data of the week by far. So
yeah.
about another 10 seconds before it should drop, and we'll start seeing things move after that. I'm going to listen real quick. Come on. There we go. Whew. So CPI came in hotter than expected. Core inflation came in as expected. So popping up a little bit. I don't know that move's going to stick, but we'll see. We should have our gappers list start to fill in a little bit here in the next couple of minutes. We'll have something better. But what I was going to say, VIX dropping like a rock as well, which is good. I'm curious to see if that holds.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is Hamish taught me something that's really awesome. Instead of just using that, if you create another market viewer, which is the what we have for our watch list, you can. So, is it possible for you to do that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll do a number. We use number 3 here, which has some stuff on it, but we'll get rid of it. Here we go.
Can you pop back up to the other screen? We don't need this anymore.
Oh yeah, I thought I was on the screen. Here we go.
All right. So right click on it and then go to view top lists. And then you can either click NASDAQ active or gainers, and it'll give you all the data on them. Not only that, you'll be able to see. So now I use that and I come to look at the volume. So especially early morning trades that I'm looking at, I'll look at volume on there, sort them by volume, see what has the most volume, and do that.
Nice, and we could clean this up a little bit even more too, right? Because
yeah, you can adjust.
We got some columns here we don't need.
I don't need to know tick up or down. That's unimportant info. So, yeah, I mean, I have mine customized. I can also see, as you can tell there, you get yellow highlights on the bid and ask when they're moving, and you can it helps you visually pick out what you might want to trade. So, it's something I use, especially early morning trades before the gapper scanner starts filling in or anything. But as mentioned and as promised, now we got the gappers.
There it is.
Starting to fill in.
Starting to fill in pretty aggressively there. So yeah, so man, this is pretty cool. We'll see where we could find a spot for it. If you want to send me your setup, so I have the same one as yours, because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff.
Nothing special, man. You just
put
it together as best you can for what you want. Mine's nothing.
Gotcha, man. So we'll definitely look at that. Because there's some stuff here. Sometimes you see Brian or even Norm throughout tickers that were not on the gappers list. Is probably from this list, right? So
a lot of times it is. It's either that or from news that I've seen, and I think it might be a catalyst. Just hasn't done a whole lot yet, enough to get it on the gappers list.
All right, guys, let's get to our gappers list, which is starting to, as you can tell, looking a lot different than it did just 2-3 minutes ago. So got a couple of things in here. Let's go over what's gapping up. We'll see what's gapping down.
No, OTC, I need more than that. I want to see the bid and ask, because unless it's moving, that bid and ask draws my attention to it. For instance, that bid and ask gives me an idea that something's actually moving, just doesn't have volume and sitting in one spot. So there's a couple of things. Anyway.
Yep. All right, SPY is holding here. Looks like we're looking to hold to see how much the thing is going to move today. It's going to be a very, very good day. Guys, some stuff from yesterday. Fubo was on here. Let's take a look quickly what we had on our list. We'll keep it on this same screen. Here's Fubo, guys. Nice little pump, then it dropped down. We also had Lucid yesterday, which was incredible. This thing was a beautiful short the entire day. A lot of you guys got into this trade around this area. I know, I believe Master Chief Ugo, which is a longtime member of ours, got into this one. did very well. Here's GameStop, a little rough at the open, but then later this settled down, and you can see a nice, beautiful drop there, losing a nice area of the low of the day here. This was a good one. Low of the day there, lost that, and you can see the drop. Very, very nice. We had DocU as well. Again, huge pop, and then the drop. A lot of stocks selling off yesterday. Here was Apple. Apple was just on the choppier side, guys, and it's okay because this thing has ran up pretty well, and it's giving us a lot of really good days in here. So yesterday was one of those days where it's just, it's just had enough of the run, I guess. So we got this choppiness in here, taking a little bit of a break from all the amazing stuff that it's done the last couple of weeks, really. So still a great stock to watch. I probably have it on my list today, especially with the way the market is moving. Twitter, nothing special, guys. Just kind of some sideways action on there. We had OCGN, beautiful drop. We have Roku, which had an amazing drop here, guys. Look at the loss of that level there, and just takes off there. And Citigroup, I didn't look at Citigroup yesterday, so not sure what they did, but looks like they had a good ending to their day. So very nice. All right, that's the stuff from yesterday. Let's take a look at our gappers list this morning. Gonna remove this here. Control A, Control X, gets our rows cleaned up. I'm gonna add AVCT. Was that the ticker that we looked at earlier? Yeah. So this one here, guys. Say it again.
Probably.
Yeah. This one here had a good day yesterday. And then Norm and I usually do not like the second day of action, but the fact that they're gapping up 22% with this type of volume could mean that the move might not be over yet. They might still have some stuff going for them here. So we'll have to see. If they were in the red, maybe not. If they didn't have enough great volume, maybe not. But they got good volume today, so maybe that can be something. All right, hopping over to our gap up list, CNTX. CNTX, guys, it's just, again, I don't like this stock. I don't like anything about it, the way it moves. I don't like the daily. I have volume today. They're up 27%. If this is something you like, watch it. I believe today I'm seeing some really good names in here. Nvidia popping up already. Apple, I'm going to watch. Mrna looks good. Even Oracle today has something going for them. So I'm not a big fan of CNTX. I agree with you
on this. What is it? 1.5 million. Finviz has 1.5 million share float on this.
This is, I believe it.
For something moving this poorly, it's no, throw it in the garbage, move on.
Let's look at AI this morning. This doesn't look great. We know this ticker from the past as well. Not a great intraday trading stock. Oracle, guys, it's definitely in play. This stock doesn't trade very well, but today they got some good news. They had earnings yesterday, and everything looks like it's going well for them.
I like how they trolled Amazon.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. So when we were looking at the news earlier today, and I looked them up on Google, and yeah, they have some pretty good stuff. Up 14% right here, 500,000 almost, looking very good this morning. Here is Mrna. What's going on with Bitcoin? Getting a little bit of a pop, but this is not. I don't believe in what's happening here right now. This just doesn't look good. So we'll skip on it. ISIG, this is a low float that's been very active, but it's been very wild and very erratic. I mean, just look at the pop yesterday. Couple of holes on the way up here. Just be careful with this. Again, these lower float stocks like this, I'm not a fan of. 922,000. Here's Mrna this morning. Again, let's give it some time. Let's see how this news is playing out for them with the way the market is moving. They're light on volume. They're moving though. This thing is moving pretty aggressively for the volume right now. So let's see. We'll come back to maybe Mrna. I like Mrna a little bit better than most. So they'll put Mrna on here. Let's see what happens. Again, I'm not sure. CF, no. Riot, again, starting to pick up here. Let's see if the volume comes in. APA, no. We've seen this in the past. Horrible trading stock as well. No, nothing happening today. Moving down to Lucid. Lucid might be something good. Yes, Lucid is nice. They've been rather weak the last couple of weeks, but Lucid is definitely good. 3.6 million.
It's one of my tops.
Yeah, we know how explosive this stock can be, guys. Looking real nice right now in the pre-market, going from red to green. Yeah, beautiful daily too. Their daily has been getting really nice there. APA we looked at, it's no good. IonQ is no good. I want to get to the good names. Here we go. Nvidia. I think Nvidia is worth watching. Maybe as a possible. Nothing overly exciting right now, but Nvidia is a possible. Speaking about tech, let's look at Apple. Yes, Apple is on our list. I love this daily. I think yesterday had a rough time, but again, just kind of taking a little bit of a break from all this movement, right? So looks good today. Positive news on the market is good for them as well. BTI is no good, guys. We've seen this. Say again?
Throw it away.
Yeah, no good. It's garbage. And EAR is just down here. It's getting worse. That's no good either. So Gapping down quickly, we have EVBG, and that is down 38%. Light volume, horrible daily, extremely light on the volume. Today, they're getting half of the volume that they do on an entire day. Not a fan of this unless it's some kind of catalyst. Man, look at the range, 92.48 the high of this morning, high of the pre-market. We're down
CEOs resigning.
70.20. Oh man. So that's we were just talking about CEOs this morning, and yeah, that's not good for them. Something's not right there. But I'm concerned with the way this is going to trade today. They don't get great volume. Let's put it on here just to come back to. That's a big drop. mRNA is good, guys. I like
Yep.
mRNA this morning. This is very, very nice, and gonna add
Dropping
this on our
on what
list.
on the surface seems to be positive news, but I think if you dig
Yeah.
into it a little bit, the story there. So this flu vaccine that they published
Mhm.
data on, early data, I think phase 1 or phase 2 trials, but nevertheless, so Invax has a similar technology they're developing, and the efficacy was no better than them. So since it's not any better, I think they're getting hit on that. I think I think if you dig into it, that's what's going on there.
That makes sense because yeah, we read the headlines earlier on. I'm like, wait a minute, this sounds positive, but yeah, they're taking a nice hit here. Definitely in play. Guys over on YouTube, do not forget to help us to get to 300 likes today on this Friday. We appreciate it as we close out the week. If you could slam that thumbs up, man, it does mean a whole lot to Norm and I and the rest of the channel. So appreciate that very, very, very much. mRNA in play, guys. CHWY. This one here, Chewy, it's dropping 9.4. I have not been able to trade it successfully. I know others have. We'll put it as a possible comeback. It's a big
Earnings
drop.
last night.
It's a big drop. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're having some cost issues there.
All right, we'll see what Chewy does there. BNTX remind me of CNTX. They're both horrible, but BNTX today, they're both so bad. But BNTX today, though, this pre-market action looks a little bit exciting. I want to say down 5.7, some decent volume. What's the news? Anything going on? Because they're moving rather well compared to how they usually move. So, just gonna check here. Do we have anything?
I mean, I'm not seeing anything other than I hate this ticker.
I know
It's
you do.
German. I don't trade German stocks.
Yeah, yeah.
So I haven't gotten too deep into it. I see those much like BTI. It's like I don't care what it's doing. I'm not going to pay any attention to it.
Yeah,
I think I'm pretty sure it's just the, COVID, Omicron,
yeah.
vaccine stuff.
Right. So again, they looking better than usual. I agree with your assessment on this stock 100%. It is not great. Doesn't trade great at all. You know what? I'll keep my focus on mRNA, which I know can trade a whole lot better. And if that's the news around that's fine. Nvax is another one that it falls on this list. It's just horrible. Let's look at Piton this morning. They are losing this level of support. I like Piton. It has not been great for them here the last couple of months, really. Taking a big hit, huge gap down. I really thought they were going to hold here, either chop sideways. I mean, they're still holding. They haven't lost it yet. They're right there. But the fact that they're below that previous day close line makes them very interesting this morning. Here's Southwest right now taking another drop down 3%. I think this is worth having as a possible this morning. They're continuing to their drop here from yesterday. The end of the day red yesterday and today they're losing some more ground here as well. If I look at American Airlines, they are popping up with overall market news. CCL the same thing, United the same thing. So the fact that Love is down today, LUV,
They got a
like
downgrade. They got a big downgrade out of.
Yeah.
Let me refresh my memory here. Goldman,
Yep.
$36 price target.
Definitely like that this morning. So, all right, we'll keep an eye on this. Let's see, Norm, anything you like on your end that we haven't looked at?
I'm still looking, man. I'm a little under the weather this morning, so I don't know how much trading I'll be doing today, but well, I'm still looking. Let's see what the room has.
All right, excellent. Let's take a look here, guys. Let's start here with Marco's Tesla. Tesla looks good. Jared was talking about this earlier. Oh, they're getting a nice little bounce here. But Tesla does look good, guys. Their daily looks very nice. They're sitting on this level of support around 1,000 to see if they can hold that. So if you'd like to trade this one, definitely in play. Keep an eye on it. here we have.
See, Elon, I guess, tweeted, I think yesterday, saying that he might quit all his jobs.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I
All
think he's
his
burned
jobs. How
out.
many jobs does he have? I mean,
A million, dude. What?
yeah,
He's the
right.
CEO of
He's
Tesla, head of SpaceX,
yeah, yeah,
the Boring Company, Neuralink. That's the ones that I know, and become an influencer. What's he gonna be doing? TikTok videos on in the street dancing and shit. It's just ridiculous, man.
uh, what?
Starlink. There you go. Thanks, Gary. I mean, so I can't blame the guy. Do you? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
you talk about on your deathbed. What's the one thing you're not going to say is I wish I worked more.
mm-hmm,
Um,
yeah.
the guys. I mean, he even said, and I would have said it anyway, that he's got to work like from the second he gets up to the second he goes to sleep every day, all year long.
Yeah,
Who wants
that's
to do
rough.
that?
Yeah, that's rough. Especially when you have reached the level of success he has. Right? Who wants to do that? And you here, and
Niffler
you.
says, I don't think it is work for him. Well, if he's weighing that decision, apparently it is to some degree. I agree with your sentiment there. I think he's more driven to do those things than 99.9999% of the people on Earth. And he enjoys it for the most part, but nevertheless, I mean, when you work like that, everybody burns out at some point.
Absolutely. It's like you guys an example, the pre-market show. I mean, we do this every day and we love it, guys. But we need a break once in a while too, right? And speaking of break, I'm taking my break starting next week. And you kind of refresh. And I love doing this thing, right? I'm after like the first few days, I'm gonna miss it and say, okay, I want to get back to doing what we do here. But yeah, everybody needs a break, and if he's doing it for life, he needs a break. And you hear I this is recent IPO, I guess. I don't have a lot of data on it. Up 14%, 1.7 million. It's just I don't know. I'm gonna keep it off my list, guys. Not a big fan of the this recent IPO just now, so I'll keep it off my list. The volume is there. What is the float that we have on this, by the way? NU, because we do have good volume. Okay, I don't have data yet because it's just so new, so we'll skip on it for now. Gus, you're giving us AMD today. AMD, I'm sure
It's a
is looking.
Brazilian digital banking platform. I'm not touching
Oh,
that.
yeah. No, no, no. Nope, nope, nope. AMD, yeah, AMD could be interesting. I'm gonna put them as a possible right next to Nvidia. Let's see how the tech is gonna play out today. I don't want to have my entire list full of tech stuff, so I'm gonna put them as a possible for now. So AMD is good. Robert, same thing there. AMD is good. We'll keep it on the possibles list for now. We'll move them up if they look better, if we can find something better. XOM, no, they are not looking great right now. They are getting a little bit of a pop. Is there anything going on with overall oil companies? If there is, Oxy is my go-to, and I don't see them doing a whole lot right now. So they're pretty quiet at the moment. Possible continuation, American Airlines. Let's see here. Infotech Star, thank you so much for the $6 bomb. Appreciate it very, very
Thank
much.
you.
That's going to go to the charity of the month and also be matched by Andrew as well. So appreciate that very much. Thank you. AA here. No, 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 no. AA Fabio. No, I don't see this one. Possible continuation. Okay, I see what you're looking at. I had a good day yesterday. And you can't really go by the pre-market based on this, right? Because the pre-market action was crap yesterday and they did this. I don't know, man. I'll be pushing it to put this one on my list, but we'll see. We'll look at it later. I'm sure you'll throw it back out. So if you see something great happening there, heading down. All right, we're talking about influencers. Good. INTC. Let's see what's happening there. INTC.
Didn't mean
Oh
to
man.
derail the pre-market show.
Yeah, right. INTC, man, look at the drop the last couple of days, right? I thought they were going to hold here and be choppy. I didn't look at it yesterday, but it seems yesterday they also dropped pretty good. So maybe today they'll be choppy. But yeah, I don't know. Got a good volume. INTC, let's put them on the secondary list for now. I don't see a continuation happening like it did yesterday, though. But I said the same thing yesterday, too, and I was wrong. So who knows? But man, we'll see. All right, and good. We looked at that AMD. We looked at BTI. Dennis, we talked about that earlier. It is just a horrible trading stock. I really don't like it. I think we can find something better today. Oracle looks better, to be honest. And usually this stock does not look better. This looks really good today. There's Oracle trading very nice. Let's take some from YouTube here. We have Jose giving us Lulu. Let's take a look there.
Good earnings.
Lulu, huh?
They had earnings. They're getting smacked,
Yeah.
but not too terrible. They're getting hit a little bit. Concerns about retail sales with the Omicron
So
variant.
we saw
It
some
seems like
action.
the flavor of the month club for people reporting right now is to blame it on that.
Right. Oh, of course, of course. Like when you call anything,
Yeah.
any company you call is on hold because of this. There's not enough agents. I'm tired of the excuse, man. When I call
I am
places,
too, man.
and you
I'll tell
give
you that. And
me because
this
of
might be
COVID, I'm like, wait, what, dude?
might be an unpopular opinion, but it's because of COVID, the excuse is getting real old.
People are working from home. You have people
Yeah.
working from home. So what? You can't hire enough people to work from home and pick up the phones. Stop it. These banks, whatever. You're getting away with this crap. Not cool.
Ruthless Rico just hit the nail on the head. His quote, and I love this: "Due to COVID, I'm okay to suck at my job or suck at service or whatever it is." I know there's been troubles for people, but
Yes, but if a lot of these companies, and I could tell because sometimes I speak to these people and I hear their
yeah,
dog in the background, which I'm completely okay with. I'll even get into a conversation where you are located, what's the dog, and we have a great time. But hire more of those people to work from home, So I'm sure they will love to do that. So there's really no excuse anymore for that to be happening. Lulu here, guys. Not great volume, but that's okay. They usually do not have amazing volume in the pre-market. Their daily here has been just getting crushed. Every gap up seems to just get flushed. We're down today a little bit, so with some news on it. I wish they can get a little bit more volume, but for this one, unfortunately, we might have to wait for the market open. So we'll put it as a possible to see how that develops as we move forward here. So, all right, what else, guys? We got like 5 more minutes.
I don't know.
Norm,
But
if you have anything else,
I'm pissed. I missed Lucid.
Lucid, yeah, Lucid is on fire, man.
Hopefully, it's not too late.
On
Give
fire.
me a chance.
It's running here. You need a nice pullback if you can get it, man. But this thing is looking very well. 4.7 right now. So. Mm-mm-mm. Um. All right. EFOY. I remember this ticker not being great. What we have here. Yeah, I don't like this today. I didn't like it yesterday, the day before. I didn't like it ever, really. Now that I think about it and look at the charts. I mean, it's just not. No, it's not something I would like to have on my list today, or any date, really. I mean, I'm trying to see what we're looking at, but up 21%, 4 million, but it's trading really bad, guys. It's 4 million, so not a fan of that. And just let's take a look at what is the float on this, and it's a
4.5.
we need better action than this. This now is horrible if it's a low flow. Horrible, horrible. You don't want to see that. AVCT, this is getting a little bit better. Had a drop this morning, a little bit better. I wish it will be cleaner. I don't like the wicks being bigger than the bodies. That's usually not great. If you look at usually the low flows that you call out, Norm, you're gonna see some really good bodies in here, right? The bodies are nice and built. The wicks are not long. It's gonna be like this, and you're gonna see that A, B, C, D pattern over and over. A couple of bull flag breakouts. That is what you want to see. This one is borderline, right? It's got the wicks are too big here. I don't like that. That signifies choppiness. Forget the volume. That is not good for me. But if we can start getting some smooth candles in here, which it looks like it wants to do it though, volume is there. This could be a good one today.
Roku popped on our list. I like that. I mean, it's 119,000 shares, but Roku usually does not have good pre-market action or volume. That could be good. And SoFi, somebody's been calling that out. I like that. Docu looks terrible right now, but it was a good one yesterday, and I'm wondering if it'll give anything good today.
So. It looked horrible yesterday as well in the pre-market, and it traded very well. So, see, look at the pre-market on Docu yesterday. These guys are in play. They're definitely in play, and you could tell too. Look at the increase in volume, right? Look at them here. Nothing happening. The increase in volume the last couple of days has been great, and they've been taking advantage of some really good intraday trading on Docu. So, yeah, I'll add these guys on here. We can fine tune this a little bit later, but Docu has been really nice to trade. So a couple of great trades over on Twitter as well. Guys, if you're not following at Bearable Traders on Twitter, do that. So it's at Bearable Traders, at Norm BBT, at Carlos BBT. You can follow us there. We usually retweet stuff, and the banging has started in my house here. So
TMI, brother.
Well, I hope there's no banging started without me. That won't be nice. But no, we're ripping up a room there. So these guys are in here. That's what I'm taking off the next 2 weeks. I was going to go to Florida, but that's changing, and I'm going to be doing some stuff. So
Hey, we got a question, Jose, over
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
If this is a quick answer, how can you pull up the stats of the stock on Trade Ideas when you put in the ticker? First of all, we don't put in the ticker on Trade Ideas. It generates, that's a scanner. So we have preset.
January. Oh, are you maybe talking about this year?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Can you clarify that, Jose?
Yeah,
We're
we'll
happy to
love to answer
answer.
that.
It's not
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
crazy this morning, so we can. Yeah, I mean, we enter the parameters and it generates the list or criteria. I guess criteria is the vegetarian or vegan version of parameters. But Megan, I haven't seen you in a while. I had to mess with you. So yeah, and then he clicks on it and it goes, that's a fundamentals window for TI. So if you click on
Yeah.
the different things in that list, it'll pop it into that.
Right. So this is a fundamentals window. If I click on this, it populates it here. If you guys give me a ticker like MT and I look at it here, then it doesn't link. Obviously, this is Dash Trader Pro. I go over here and I can click on MT and then I can pull up an information based on just clicking on here, right? Apple, whatever the case may be. So what's the name of this window, by the way? If you want to know, it is, doesn't say, but I think it's a fundamentals window
I
there.
think it's fundamentals.
Yeah.
Man. I don't
Yep.
know. I don't use it.
On our website, I think you can download the link to Trade Ideas. I think you can download a copy of what we use as well in the chat room. So if you want to do that, you can do that as well. So, reminder, there is a BBT Women's Holiday Zoom at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Message Tiffany for information.
Nice.
Guys, we have, for those that don't know, if you're a new BBT lady member, we have an amazing group of ladies, very, very active. Tiffany and Dima are always on that and doing amazing things. So there's Tiffany's email address. Definitely send her a note if you want to join. I'm sure it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So definitely enjoy that. All right, guys. 8:55. We're good on time. Please put that image of Norm. Which image? I got tons of images of Norm, and he has of me too. So we just show the PG ones. You talking about this one here?
I think he might have been talking about the vegan rib picture.
Oh, I have them all on deck, man. I have them all on deck ready to go. Just tell me which ones. And there's a few, that I have on here that I haven't shown yet. But yeah, they're all on deck, just waiting for the right moment. Guys, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We appreciate it very, very much, especially as we end the week here. We'd like to get to 300 likes as we continue this show. Guys, let's get to
Yeah,
announcements.
Megan, he's got the hotkey on that.
I got the hotkey on this on my stream decks, just ready to go.
Every time I do something wrong, he does that, so I'll get hate mail.
Oh yeah. Or if I do something wrong, if I say something completely out of line, I quickly try to erase it with that vegan one, and it seems to work because I don't get emails.
Yeah, this is true too. He just makes everybody forget about it.
All right, guys, let's take a look at our events and announcements coming up, and we'll come back and fine tune this list.
All right. John's webinar should be posted on Resetting Your Trading Life the next week. We've got the Gap Trading webinar Tuesday, 8 p.m. by Jared. Dr. Reed's webinar is up as well, and the next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Note the special time, 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll have Creda talking about building resilience, how to bounce back quickly from mistakes and losses in your trading. Very, very important skill is mistakes and losses happen to everybody. As we got a couple of super chats earlier, just a reminder that the charity of the month is Shriner Children's Hospitals. We'll be donating that money to them in each super chat or super sticker, and it's matched dollar for dollar by Andrew. Don't forget about stocktradingsimulator.com. If you don't currently have a subscription to Trading Simulator or a replay on the one you're using, you can go to our free replay simulator and also sign up for homework assignments at the bottom right. And if you would like to become an elite annual member, you can use the promo code HOLIDAYS40. It'll get you 40% off the annual elite and a month of DAS Sim. It's a $165 value for that as well. And if you're watching on YouTube, haven't been in the chat, you'd like to give it a try, use the promo code PREMARKET24. Just go to the home page, scroll down the page. When you get to that table, just below that, it says Test Drive Now. Click the button, fill it out. Use promo code PREMARKET24. You will be billed one time. It is not a recurring payment. Yeah. we'd love to have you in the room. Give it a shot. No obligation. 1 week. Give it a shot. Try it out. Move on if you don't like it.
Absolutely, guys. Here we go. So, question: do I use the Stream Deck for entries on Dash Trader Pro? No, I do not. The keys, I don't trust them. They're a little funky. I did try to, but I don't trust them. What I have is, I think, no, I think you have the same thing. I use this thing over here. It's kind of like a gaming pad. This is really old
Yeah.
from my Battlefield 21 days. I used to game a lot,
Mine's
but
a little bit newer than that, but it's
yeah.
not too
Oh,
much different.
this is
That's what I use for hotkeys.
you know, I looked this up on eBay just to see how much it's going for, and there was a guy
Yeah.
selling it for like 250. This thing
That's
was like
nuts.
$40. Like, yeah, but yeah, that's what I use. And it worked. It's
Is mine on the screen or not? I don't know if my cord will reach into the view of
oh
the.
yeah, oh
There
man,
you
you
go.
got lights and everything, making mine look all weak over here. Man,
Well,
that's
and
nice.
for some reason, it's usually like I've got color coded for, and the lights behind it. Each button
Mhm.
is lit up for green for buy, red for sell, blue for
Nice.
short, yellow for cover.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know,
And
but
sometimes
for whatever reason, I haven't messed with it. It's doing some other. It feels different. It wants to disco today, I guess.
yeah.
But yeah, it was like $70, and it's a newer version of yours. It's ridiculous to pay $200 for that.
Do you also have the red button where it's like that's the panic button to
Oh,
close
yeah?
out all trades? Yeah, I got the little one there too, just in case I go long when I meant to go
I
short.
got rid of that on my. I got rid of the panic button on my hotkey pad because I hit it too often by mistake and just exited positions.
Yeah, yeah.
I want that combination of the shift
Right, shift
escape
and
or whatever.
Yeah, perfect.
Make it a little harder to do. But yeah, I use that thumb keypad actually to zoom in on charts, drop horizontal line stuff. So that's real easy, and I can just move the mouse and click it with my thumb. Works pretty well.
Nice, nice. I should do that. I use the thumb pad for this. That's how quickly I can switch between arrows and writing. So when you see that and then erase, that's what I'm doing. I use that thumb pad. But yeah, that's a great idea, man. Flip it over to the charts. Nice. All right, guys. 9:01. Let's go look at our watch list. Let's see what we have here. We have Docu in play, looking very nice. Has been trading very well. I know this doesn't look attractive right now, right? This pre-market action, but guys, it's been trading very well at the market open. So we're gonna keep an eye on that one. Here is Oracle this morning. Beautiful pre-market action, guys. Just look at the way this thing is trading. Want to see what happens there. They have great news and they're gapping up nicely at 13.4. Even if this thing crashes down, right? Because they tend to overreact sometimes. It could still be a great trader today, long or short. We'll see what happens here. Here's Lucid, guys. Beautiful pre-market action. You're getting a little bit of a pullback here, so hopefully, Norm, that can give you some opportunities there. If it looks right.
On the
here-
daily, if you look at Lucid, one of the things I
Yeah.
was looking at, where are you, Lucid? I haven't cleaned up my watch list yet. On the daily yesterday, it dropped below and closed below the 50, and now it's popped up above the 50. So I want to see if that holds or what it does.
Yes. 50's right here. I'm gonna mark that down because it could be very light for you guys on the stream. But yeah, there's the 50, so right above that. So yeah, I like this very, very much. Lucid is in play, guys. Apple, I love the pop here we're getting. That's going to be in play. mRNA is good. Piton, I like Piton. And Roku, man, we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have time. We can do levels for all of these, and we'll move some down if we need to. On the secondary list, SoFi, AMD is looking good. LUV, Nvidia. I mean, all these stocks after the news coming out today on the numbers on the SPY, a lot of the stuff looking very similar, popping up. We can't watch everything. We'll do the best we can to keep the ones that we feel can have some really good movement. Here's Docu. Again, this is one we have to wait for the market open, but I want to be ready for it. Maybe this could be a top possible, right? We'll move this one down. High of the pre-market, 151.93. Towards the bottom, we are looking at the low of the pre-market at 148.24. So slam those two levels there. After that, guys, I think we leave this alone. There's a lot going on here already. I don't think you need to add anything else, and you just be putting a lot of noise if you try to find daily levels off this island, right? This little island we have here. There's not a whole lot happening. Maybe you want to mark down this one down here, 132, but outside of that, I think you just leave this alone for now. I think you're all set there. Here is Oracle, guys. Beautiful pop. The highs at the moment sitting at 101.88. The lows sitting at 98.05, so that's pretty good there. Beautiful range this morning on a positive catalyst, so that's looking nice. Moving back here, I like this pop. I'm going to mark this also over at 98.87. Just get that that get that handle there. Are we at all-time highs on Oracle? Man, what a way to do that. This is like when Derek Jeter
It's not
got
something I
that.
look at very often, so I don't know it by heart. But yeah,
Yeah, it looks like they are. This is like when Derek Jeter hit
unless
that
there was something 20 years ago or something.
yeah, 3,000, right? It was a home run. Beautiful thing. This is like they're doing that here. They're gapping up nicely into the all-time highs. 1,041. I'm going to mark this here because there is a little bit of resistance, a little bit of support, and which is kind of flirting with this a little bit. So we'll mark that down there. It might actually be 1,000. It might just be the whole dollar number. I'm just going to put 1,000. I think that's going to be interesting, right? Especially as we're in uncharted territories up here. So 1,000 is good. We'll leave it there. We'll see what it does here. Here's Lucid, guys. I mean, this is looking very good. High of the pre-market, we're sitting at 38.28. So we'll slam something there towards the bottom at 35. As Norm mentioned, this is looking very good above that 50, right? It dipped below it. It's trying to hold. We'll see. We'll see what it does here. Towards the bottom, in case we were to lose that, we have another level here at 33.05. I think you're all set there. Do not need to add anything else. Apple, guys, volume is in here, 1.4. Nice pop after the numbers came out. So you're going to see a lot of stocks having this little pop here in the pre-market. We'll have to see how this turns out, right? Right now, I don't think you add anything to Apple. Highs and lows, last 2 trading days, you are all set, my friends. Here is good to go. mRNA, let's move down. This is looking good. I like mRNA a lot today. I like this drop here we're getting. We got some good movement. We got volume. 12 down 12% right now, 232.96, the low of the pre-market. Towards the top here, we got a couple of levels on the daily. I like this one right on here, a couple of touches at 244. And you can see in the pre-market how that's playing out, 244, right? You can see come down here, find support, little bounce off of that, comes right back down, tries to hold, cannot hold there. Now it drops below that, comes and retests that 244, and then we drop all the way down to a beautiful 232. So nice little action there around this 244, which is confirmed. We have some action on here too, right? Some support resistance, more resistance up here as well. So you definitely want to have that on your list. Towards the top, I like this drop here, this 257, 257.24. That's a good one, and I think you're all set. Looking at the bottom side of things, this is going to be 225.81. So this here, guys, looking pretty good as far as support if we can drop any further. mRNA, guys, looking very good, very, very active. Love what's happening there. Here is Piton. You know what? Piton is more of a possible. I like it if for a continuation of a drop. If it pops up here, it might just, it's a lot going on here at the moment. But if we start losing some of these levels, it'll be nice. I'm going to put it as a possible. I think compared to everything else we're looking at, we got some really heavy hitters up here that are looking really nice. I don't think Piton is there compared to like a mRNA, compared to like an Apple, compared to like a Lucid, especially Oracle, Docu, right? And Docu starting to break out here, which would be nice if it can do that. But you look at Oracle, you look at Lucid, you look at mRNA, these three are really, really nice this morning. They have an amazing pre-market activity. They have volume. Their daily looks great. Yeah, looking forward to that. So Piton gets moved down. Roku right now, its pre-market action is not great. I love the daily though. We had this beautiful pop here, sold off. We kind of engulfed here. We're trying to hold this 235, which is an area where a lot of touches has happened, right? Previous day close line. You can see the amount of resistance we had here for some time trying to get above that. We're not able to. Are we going to hold and bounce here? So I like Roku. Let's get some levels in here. High of the pre-market, we're looking at 242.40. So we'll slam a level there. If we zoom out, what's the low of the pre-market? Low is sitting at 236. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be this little line here. Again, not huge. I'm gonna put a lot of weight into the previous day close line. This is not really anything great on there, but the previous day close at 235, slightly below that. That is what I really want to be paying attention to this morning. So, all right, guys, we are pretty much set here. All is well. And our moderators list it's gonna be coming out shortly here. Tiffany already has hers out. It's just gonna be mRNA, Lucid, secondary list Tesla, Oracle, and Nvidia. So all set to go there. And we'll give our moderators a little bit of time. We got some time here. We're actually moving pretty good this morning. Norm, anything that we should look at or that we might have missed?
I think I've got most of the same stuff everybody does. I've got AI, Oracle, Lucid, Roku, Docu, Mrna, Piton, SoFi.
Yep. You know what? AI, I took off AI. Oh, AI is starting to drop. Okay. Okay, I looked at AI earlier, but now they're starting to drop here. Pretty nice. Up 13%, 1.2 million. Definitely looking good there. How do you define a great pre-market form? Also, question: how do we define a great pre-market from a not so great pre-market? So it's not it's not a clear line at times, and the reason is because it depends on the stock a little bit, right? So I'll give you an example. Docu, um, this is if this pre-market action, see how choppy this is, the way these candles are forming. If this was on AMD, that's a horrible pre-market action, right? Because AMD
I
we
mean,
expected
yeah.
it means it's different, right? We expected to trade a little bit better than this. If this was on Lucid, same thing. Now, if this type of pre-market action was on Roku, but Roku, even Docu, we might look at it different because they don't trade very well. They're not going to have a huge pre-market activity like a Lucid, like an AMD, like an Apple. They're not going to do that, but they still can trade very well at the market open, right? And that's just based on us watching these tickers over and over again. We are also looking at the daily, right? The daily in the past couple of days, the way it's been trading, DAC has been trading very good, right? Even with a bad pre-market action, we've been seeing some really good intraday trades out of this. Notice the volume they're ending here on a regular basis the last couple of days. This is what they normally do. You can even see the lines, how low it is. And this is what they're doing now. So that increase in volume is creating some good volatility and movement for us there. So mRNA, beautiful pre-market action today, guys. I mean, this is probably one of the best pre-market actions we've seen. Why? Look at the flow of these things. Look at the way the candles are forming. You're not seeing just wicks, right? You're seeing bodies being formed. You have a nice flow to it. The best way to describe it without going into an entire webinar, which we do have in our education center, by the way, and you can sign up for that become a member and see what that is all about. We'll go into a lot more detail. It looks like the market is already open. That's probably the best way to put it, right? This right here, if I change the times on you and I put 9:30 over here, you'll believe it because it looks like the market is open with the volume. It looks very good, right? You don't want to see a pre-market action. Let me give you an
It's
example.
yeah. I mean, especially something with a good catalyst. Docu is one of those. I mean, I don't really keep a secondary list. I just keep a number of stocks on a primary list, and
Hmm.
a Docu may turn out to be garbage. Who knows? But
Right.
it traded great yesterday. It's traded great the last couple of days after their earnings. It's in kind of a unique spot on the daily. That's why I'm keeping an eye on it. Something might happen with it.
Hmm.
So I'm not expecting it to do a whole lot pre-market. I'll just keep an eye on levels on it and see what it does. Mrna, you want to see something that has pretty good volume continuously throughout the morning. It's got nice, smooth patterns. So those are the important things to keep in mind. DocuTrade's like garbage pre-market anyway.
Yep, exactly, exactly. To answer the question, no, there's not a webinar about the pre-market analysis, but maybe we'll do something like that. Maybe we
What's
could do
that?
something like that, like a webinar breaking down what me and you do every morning, kind of more about the watch list type thing. So yeah, maybe we could
I
do
mean,
something like
that's
that.
kind of why we
Yeah,
do this, to be
yeah,
frank.
yeah.
When we started doing this, it was to show people how to pick their stocks in the morning.
Yes,
So you
yes,
kind of get a live webinar every single day is the entire reason we do this show. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Ruthless Rico, correct. And you're on fire this morning, Lee. Exactly.
Let's see
Webinar and
here.
low float. No, I don't. We're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna be doing any webinars on low float. We do what we can to not encourage that, frankly.
Yes,
That's.
yes, yes,
I mean,
yes.
I point them out every once in a while, and I mention them, but that's why I don't hype them too much.
Yeah, yeah. It's when you're starting out, just stay away from that stuff. There's just so brutal. All right, what time we got? 9:12. All right, let's get to our moderators lineup. We got quite a bit on here, looking very, very good. Is there a smoke coming out? Yeah, there's I got a hookah pipe over here that's throwing out smoke. No, there's a
What do
humidifier.
you?
The air in here sometimes gets really dry, and more so my eyes get dry because of the lights, right? So I got these lights on, so this kind of helps keep the moisture at a good level, 40%. So that's pretty good. I got a little thing here that tells me so. That's what I got that on there. Um, all right, let's get to the moderators lineup, guys. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna resize this. I'm going to disable this video so you guys don't
Why
get
does
them.
everybody keep talking about a hookah?
No, they were talking about the smoke coming out from here. Can you see it?
I see it now.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
it's
if it was a hookah doing that, you'd really be wasting some product.
some good stuff. Yes, yeah. That's
It's not a
not the way
not an
to.
efficient way to smoke.
Definitely not. Unless it's throwing something else out into the room, then this show will be a completely different story right about now. But no, yeah, that's not what's happening there. All right, let's bring in. Oh man, you could tell it's Friday. We're having a good time here. All right, let's bring in our.
CLL on YouTube's asking what might be considered low float. Generally, I mean it's different for everybody. Generally, we talk about a 20 million being the line which we consider low float from mid float, but that could be. I mean, you got things with 100 million shares that trade like they're low float too. So
Yep. Bandit, quick question here, and actually running out of time. How do we set universal alliance on that? So if I put it on here, it comes up on every chart. There's a setting to do that. I won't show you right now, but if anybody, any of the moderators can answer that on the support tab, they'll give you a link. Which, by the way, guys, our support team does an amazing job there, and the members on answering those questions too. So, all right, let's get to it, guys. Here is our moderators lineup. I already gave you Tiffany's mRNA, Lucid, secondary Tesla, Oracle, and Nvidia. Dima is looking at Apple, AMD, and Oracle. IPOs for today and SPACs are listed there. Peter's looking at AMD, Lucid, Oracle, secondary list Apple, mRNA, and Roku. John is looking at AMD, Apple, and Roku on his list this morning. So that's what we have for right now. Let me see what else. Oh, Brian coming in. His list: Lucid, mRNA, EV, BG, Mrna, and also Apple for him this morning.
I'm a little surprised by the EVBG. Has it gotten better?
I know this is one of those stocks where it can rip your face off, guys. Very careful. It's getting a little bit of a bounce, but I just don't trust this. I don't trust stocks like this. 38 million shares flow. Yeah, just be careful with it. I'm surprised they didn't put for fun. Brian usually would put for fun on that one.
Well, it's not a low float, I don't think.
Yeah, but you want to treat this like a low float. Very risky stock.
I mean, it goes back to the conversation we were having just a second ago.
Yeah, I agree.
FinViz has 38 million, which technically we don't throw in the low float basket. Now that is on the lowish side of the mid float stuff, but it seems to move like it's lower than that.
Yep, absolutely. All right, guys, we are done. We're going to transition over to Brian, and I believe Thor will be trading live
No,
for
Thor's
us.
not here.
Oh, Thor's not here. Okay, so we'll be trading live for us this morning. Mike is looking at Facebook, at Apple, and Microsoft. So with that said, guys, have an amazing week over on YouTube. We're gonna hop into our chat room now and kind of hang out with our members there and go over a few things. To hopefully have an amazing trading day. Today is my last Friday into I come back from my time off. So guys, I will definitely miss you. Have an amazing weekend. I believe Thor is going to be joining you guys next week, covering my spot. So trade safe this Friday. Go into your weekend knowing that you follow your rules and you were disciplined. So important, guys. There's nothing like messing up your Friday. It's probably the worst thing out of all the days. Messing up your Friday is pretty crap because you can't come back the next day and make it up. Got to wait 2 days to do that. So trade safe today. Be very careful. All right, we are all set. Norm, anything else we might have missed?
Nope. Take care. Trade safe, guys.
All right. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend.